Listen, don't you ever try to convince me that you're a creature of habit again.
What's that mean?
Well, I don't know, but here we are, up here with all this magnificent scenery, this wonderful clean air. I thought for sure that you'd be up at the crack of dawn running your usual 2 miles.
Well, I thought about it, and then I had a better thought. I figured we'd finish our coffee, go across the way and get some good, strong breakfast, and, then we'd take a hike.
You've got to be kidding.
I'm not kidding. It would be great for us. Those mountains are beautiful now. We could use a little exercise to take our minds off all the mess at home.
Well, I thought this trip in general was supposed to do that.
It is. Ross, you said some things last night that kind of upset me. Not the least of which was something about when the whole truth comes out.
Yeah, I know. I suppose I shouldn't have mentioned that or even brought it up. But I guarantee you, from here on in, I will not mention anything about problems, about truths, about the outside world, none of that. Because at the moment, all I want to do is one thing. That's kiss the woman I have fallen hopelessly in love with.
All of a sudden, this obsession you have with finding little out-of-the-way places. I mean, don't get me wrong, Alan. I love this romantic side of you, but it's just new, that's all.
Well, everything in my life seems new, since you gave us a second chance. New and more precious than ever before, if that's possible.
Well, good. I propose to toast to that, so that nothing will ever separate us again. Alan, aren't you going to drink to that?
Oh, of course. It's just that I can't imagine my ever allowing anything to come between us again.
Well, good. Let's drink to that. Okay, you ready to go?
Well, what's the rush? It's so nice and quiet here.
But, Alan, it's not like Ortava's around the corner. I mean, we had to go through all that planning to get down here, and Wayne had to fly us down in a helicopter. I'd like to get as much shopping done as I can.
All right, I'll see if I can find the waiter.
Oh, he's over there. Senor, la cuenta, por favor. How's that?
Very good. Good.
May I see you?
Yeah, sure. They're traveling with their pilot, and I have a feeling if anybody is going into town for supplies and things like that, it will be him. His name is Wayne Jennings.
Do you have a picture of him as well?
No, sir. I'm sorry to say I don't.
I see. Well, senor, as police chief of Orotava, I have to ask, why are you so interested in finding your daughter and her family?
Mr. Spaulding is the #1 suspect in a murder case in the United States.
So they're fugitives?
Well, he is. She, of course, isn't. In fact, I don't think she knows the trouble's in, which is why he brought her here.
Well, I'll do my best to try to find them, Mr. Bauer, but as you know, there are many Americans that come here to shop in our stores, and it would be difficult. And since as you say, the pilot is doing most of the shopping for them, and we don't have a picture of him.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd check around myself today and ask some questions on my own.
Very well. If I can be of any assistance, please let me know.
Thank you very much.
Do you need anybody to show you around?
Oh, I'll stay with Senor Bauer, Capitan Toscos.
Very well. Well, if you need anything, don't hesitate and call me immediately.
Thank you very much.
And now, the award-winning Guiding Light.
No, Gracie, I'm in the library. I don't think anybody's up yet. Yeah, well, listen, it was so weird. Mrs. Renfield put fresh flowers in my room, and all through dinner last night, Mr. McCoy was telling me these really funny stories about all the trips he's been on. No, not the trip he's just come back from. He didn't mention one word about that. Yeah. Listen, do you want to know who sent me the maternity clothes? Mr. McCord. I know, isn't that weird? I can't believe it. Just think of him going to... Oh, bye, Gracie. I heard you coming this time.
You're up awfully early, Nola. Couldn't you sleep?
Oh, no, I slept really well. It's just I want to get started this morning and get myself a regular schedule and all that. I think some of that scientific behavior has kind of rubbed off on me.
Well, it helps to budget one's time.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I don't want you to think that I'm trying to cut out my hours or, you know, change my...
No, I understand. One needs to relax and get out and enjoy oneself.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Since you asked to take tomorrow night off to attend the opening of the Copper Lantern, I've decided to accept the invitation that was extended to me.
You're kidding.
Well, you seem surprised.
Well, yeah, I'm a little surprised. Yeah, kind of. Well, this will give me a chance to introduce you to all my friends. And Floyd's singing. He's written all this wonderful music, and he's going to be singing
Well, I
at this.
may not be staying very long. I don't do well at social gatherings, especially around people that I don't know.
Yeah, but you must have met a lot of people traveling over the world, haven't you?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah. I was wondering if you'd ever been to Oklahoma City. Well, I just wondered if you know the Lewis family, Lewis Oil, Oklahoma.
Your brother Anthony introduced me to a Trish Lewis. But I've read a great deal about the family in newspapers and financial journals.
Ooh, well, what do they say about them in the financial journals?
Well, that they're one of the owners of the largest oil companies in the world, which should make them one of the wealthiest families in America. Why?
Oh, well, before you came to Springfield, the papers were just full of stuff about that family, and then all that Diane stuff came in the paper, took up the whole,
Took up the whole what?
took up the whole paper. But I read something in the paper about that they had some deal with Spaulding Enterprises.
Oh, and since you know Alan Spaulding, naturally that held your interest.
Well, sure. I also met Trish Lewis's younger brother, Josh Lewis. He's a real nice guy.
Considering how rich he is,
I didn't say that.
as long as you weren't thinking it.
I mean, what difference? I mean, what does it have to do if a person has all that money? It doesn't decide whether they're nice or not.
No, it doesn't matter at all, as far as I've been able to ascertain.
Well, I think I'll get back to work. I've got a lot of things to do, and then I'm going to go shopping.
Well, you have a good day, Nola. It's nice to have you back.
It's nice to be back.
I heard you talking with Nola, so I waited in the next room.
What is it, Mrs. Renfield?
She saw the personal items that you keep in your desk and started asking a lot of questions about them. So I put them in a carton and stored them in the attic.
Before the police searched the house, I hope.
Well, at that time, I didn't know she was sending Lieutenant Wyatt here, but yes, I managed to have everything put away before he arrived.
You still think Nola was the one who went to the police about me?
Who else could it be?
I suppose you're right. But we mustn't let her suspect for 1 minute that we know. Not yet, anyway. It would ruin everything.
Bert told me last night that you might have some time off when you finish with cardiology.
Oh, I thought I told you that. Oh, anyway, I think I'm going to have more than a few days because Rusty isn't through with Dr. Sedgwick until the middle of December, and I have another month to go into Justin.
Are you saying we might have a few weeks off? Oh, Kelly, we have to go away someplace then. Someplace warm where we can swim and go water skiing. Oh, please.
Well, yeah, well, that sounds great, but just because I'm not reporting to a new department head right away doesn't mean I don't have a lot of studying to do.
Well, you can study there.
Morgan, now, you know we can't afford it.
I guess.
No, I've got to get out to work. Bye.
Well, I just want you to remember that your birthday's tomorrow, and we're going to the Copper Lantern, and we're going to have a wonderful time.
If I don't have to work late.
But you promised Vanessa that you'd sing.
If I don't have to work late.
Well, I know you're not going to have to work late. I have positive thinking, and I think you should have it, too.
Yeah, now all we have to do is convince Ed and Justin to think positively, and then we'll be all set, right? I feel a lot better about going if Floyd wasn't showing up with Nola.
Me, too, but... Well, I'll even put up with Nola if it means you and I can spend your birthday together.
I understand you've given Nola tomorrow night off to attend some opening or other.
Yes, it's the reopening of a restaurant here in Springfield. I'm going myself.
Mr. McCord, you usually avoid such public functions.
Oh, I know, but I have my own reasons for wanting to attend this one.
Really?
Well, from what Nola's told us about the father of her baby, I think I met the young man.
Really?
Yes. She said that he was a medical student, and that she was also considering the name Kelly for her baby. As it happens, when I was at Cedars Hospital, I met a young medical student by the name of Kelly Nelson.
But couldn't that just be a coincidence?
Oh, I doubt it, Mrs. Renfield, because Floyd told me that Mr. Nelson and Nola were quite close when He was living at her mother's boarding house.
I see. And this young man will be at the opening tomorrow night.
Yes, and I want to observe Mr. Nelson and Nola together. If he is the father of her child,
Mr. McCord, please, don't get involved. It can only lead to more trouble.
Any young man who gets a young woman pregnant and then deserts her deserves more than trouble, Mrs. Renfield.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to know lots of people there. I think I'm sitting with Bea, and I'll just watch her beam with pride.
Yeah, she'll be proud, too, won't she?
Yes.
You know, first time in my life, I got a job that I can really work my way up to be somebody now. And I'm going to do it, too. Who's that sound like? Nola, right? Yeah, but with me, it's the truth, you see? I mean, my life's been changing so much lately.
For the better, I hope.
It's for the better it is. It's like a dream. Only thing is, I never had dreams like this. Freaks me out a little bit.
Oh, don't let it worry you. It just means you're growing, you're expanding your horizons, and I couldn't be happier for you.
Me too.
Didn't I tell you that Tony would be here already and working hard?
Well, to tell you the truth, I just finished up giving Katie the grand tour.
Yes, and I love everything you've done, Trish. But I have to get back to work. If I don't see you before tomorrow night, good luck. Okay?
Thank you.
I'll walk you to the door.
Bye-bye.
Katie, why don't you do a favor for me? Will you do that?
If I can.
The only way you're ever going to get over thinking of this place as Andy's restaurant is to come here so often that you just start thinking about it as the place where Tony is. You do that for me?
I'll try.
You can do it if you want.
Oh, Tony, I heard what you were saying to Katie about her still thinking of this place as Andy's restaurant. I sure know the feeling.
Well, she was saying something about maybe changing the name, but I don't think that's...
Hey, she is absolutely right. Now, why didn't I think of that before?
Trish, don't you think it's a little close to the opening to start thinking about changing the name?
No, I don't. Listen, I am as eager as Katie is to get rid of Andy's ghost around here. We could change the ads, the menus, everything. Now, come on, let's put our heads together and think of a new name.
Well, what about Vanessa? She might not want it.
She'll love it. Besides, it'll probably help us get that younger crowd that we're after. Now, come on, let's think of something and surprise her.
Listen, I'm going to leave this to you two because I'm not so good at that kind of thing.
Good morning, all. It's so nice to see you all working hard at our little hideout here.
There you go. What about the hideout?
I love it. Tony, what do you think?
Hideout? It sounds right. We're in the basement.
What on earth are you talking about?
Vanessa, what do you think about renaming this place before we open?
I think it's a brilliant idea. I wish I'd thought of it.
Well, it looks like you just did.
The hideout? The hideout?
Why not?
As my advisor in this little business venture, what do you think?
Oh, no, don't look at me. I'm not creative. I'm just here to check out the books before the opening. Oh, by the way, Trish, since Mike's out of town, I'll see that a copy of my report gets into your file.
Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it.
Well, I think I'll get out of your way and make an appearance at Spaulding.
From the frying pan into the fire. Considering the headlines this morning, the place is going to be a madhouse.
Yeah, you think it's a madhouse now. Wait until Mike finds Alan and the papers get a hold of that story. Listen, give me a call later on. Or I'll see you later here at the new hideout. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Come on. Be good, Josh.
Derek, if you don't need me and Trish, I would like to start calling the newspapers right now to see if we can get those ads changed.
Good luck.
Thank you. Let's go.
How you doing?
Okay, what do you say before you get started on the books, I fix you a cup of coffee?
No. I've had my caffeine quota for the day. I had some coffee with Hillary.
Well, I was just trying to think of a way to say thanks for offering to pick up my mom and Katie for the opening tomorrow.
Oh, hey, it's no problem. Anyway, I better get to the books because Copper Lantern or Hideout or whatever, the book's got a balance. We'll see you later.
Yeah.